Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon, and this is one of the most bizarre turn of events I think I've seen this week. I can't say ever, but this week. So Cracker Barrel changed their logo. They took the barrel out of it. They took the old man out of it. And people are mad. People think it's stupid. They don't like the minimalist design, right? Well, if you don't like it, apparently you're MAGA. Like this whole thing, I went to go... I debated whether or not to cover this, but I didn't know that they were tying the backlash to the logo change to MAGA and the alt-right. Like, that's the dumbest, stupidest shit I've heard this week. A lot of people hate it. They think it looks sterile. A lot of people are against all these restaurants, especially, doing this homogenous, minimalist design. Cracker Barrel always had character. And now it does not. It just looks like every other restaurant out there. They have the CEO out there trying to do damage control. And she's like, all of our customers love it. I'm like, no, I don't think most of your customers do love it. He probably did a focus group in like Portland or something. And they thought it was great because, barrels and old men are racist or something. I don't know. But the logo has been the logo for decades, like 50 years. And they changed it. It just looks like the Nestle logo on a bag of chips. I thought it was a weird decision, but Cracker Barrel's not quite what it used to be. You go in there and it looks like Martha Stewart kind of threw up in the general store. A lot of people said it reminds them of like the Magnolia Network. They're definitely going for a different audience than what it was originally for, which is basically the place you take, grandma and grandpa when nobody can decide on where to go out to eat. And that's true. It's always been kind of there. It's like, the grandparents' restaurant. But let's talk about how it's all MAGA's. Sorry. It's all MAGA's fault. I just like, come on. Really? Like, really? They're turning this into like a Bud Light thing? It's like, no, I just think it's dumb because everything is so sterile now. Everything is so sterile now. Oh, my God. This is coming from Forbes. New Cracker Barrel logo sparks right-wing backlash from Trump Jr. and more. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Guys. The alt-right's after Cracker Barrel now. All right. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, go out to Kickstarter at badorks.com. You've got a little over a day yet to back the A-hole orcs enamel pins. We've got the prototypes in. They're very nice. This is the second chance offer, so they'll probably ship in October. I think we're going to have to order some more, but they're beautiful pins. They're nice and big, and I think you guys will like them. And orcs are assholes, and that's not an alt-right thing. That's not a MAGA thing. Just orcs are assholes, and I don't like the rebrand over at Watsy. It's as simple as that. Let's go to Newsweek. They're one of the few that didn't say it was a bunch of alt-righters who are getting angry about them making Cracker Barrel look incredibly sterile. Cracker Barrel logo change sparks fury. Okay. Cracker Barrel has changed its logo for the first time in 48 years, and people are cracking up about it online. The change has prompted backlash, including from conservatives, though many have taken to social media to ridicule the backlash. Yeah, it looks bad. I just don't think it works. It's Cracker Barrel. They took the cracker and the barrel out of the logo. Think about it. Just saying. Newsweek has reached out to Cracker Barrel via an online contact form for comment outside of regular working hours. Oh, Newsweek, you are a bastion of journalistic integrity. There we go. Why it matters. Okay. The Southern Country themed restaurant chain opened in 1969 and initially had a text-only logo. Okay. The name originates from a time in the 19th century when people would socialize around a barrel full of crackers in a country store. In 1977, the logo was updated to the one many will now recognize with a man resting on the barrel. Yes. It's the Cracker Barrel. The restaurant said in a press release that the new logo is rooted even more closely to the iconic barrel shape and word mark that started it all. Really? Logo changes, branding, and advertising choices made by companies have become a hot button issue online in recent years, often signaling the onset of online culture wars. as conservatives and social media users have criticized decisions made by brands likening changes to being woke. Look, that's not what's going on here. People are like, why is it so fucking bland? Why does it look so bland? Cracker Barrel had a very identifiable logo. This is like dropping Colonel Sanders from the Kentucky Fried Chicken. They did drop Colonel Sanders for a while, didn't they? I think they did. But it's this ongoing pattern of all of these logos and restaurants looking more and more sterile. Now, to their credit, McDonald's brought back McDonaldland, and I think that's awesome. Like I want McDonald to look like a Technicolor fever dream. When you go to a McDonald's, it's supposed to look like a McDonald's and not like a Starbucks. Everything looks like Starbucks now. That's the problem. And Cracker Barrel's headed down that path. This isn't a right-wing thing. Jeez. What to know? The logo was unveiled this week. It's been introduced as part of Cracker Barrel's All the More campaign, which is designed to enhance aesthetics. The changes catapulted Cracker Barrel into the sphere of internet discourse. There it is. Why would they remove the cracker and the barrel? Another post from Colin Rugg, a media personality, described the new logo as depressing. It's been viewed over 5 million times as reporting in response to this. One social media user wrote, why change something that didn't need to change? Yeah. Cracker Barrel doesn't have an active presence on X. It does on Instagram. The most recent post on Cracker Barrel's X is from 2016. Who is Julie Fells-Massino, the Cracker Barrel CEO? So she was on Good Morning America. I do know that. And she was all like excited. Here, let's blow this up a little bit. She was all excited about taking the cracker and the barrel off of Cracker Barrel. This is what it looks like now. It looks like a Long John Silver's from like 1988. It's too bright. Cracker Barrel's supposed to be dark and dingy and dirty and dusty. Sorry. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. This is the redesign. I'm not feeling this at all, guys. And she's like super excited about it. And I'm not going to play the clip because they'll probably ding us because it's ABC, you know. Of course they're going to ding us. But she's all like, why does she look like Rachel Maddow with blonde hair, gray hair? I don't know. But she's all like, it's super exciting, guys. Like all of our people love it. I'm like, I'm not getting that. Like, I mean, again, this is kind of going along with like Star Wars and how they lost track of what their actual audience is. Like they tried to rebrand Star Wars to be more female friendly, but the majority of Star Wars fans are men, and Disney is finding this out just a little too late, right? They realize after like 10 years of destroying the brand that like all the men have left, and with it, all of their money has left Star Wars, and Cracker Barrel has a certain demographic, and it is a Southern adjacent restaurant. So yeah, they kind of want it to be a little more folksy, and they don't want this Portland looking CEO telling them that they're going to rebrand for modern audiences. It was just like, she just seemed completely unaware of what the demographic is. This is what she was saying. She said, people like what we're doing. Cracker Barrel needs to feel like the Cracker Barrel for today and for tomorrow. The things you love are still there, like, you know, biscuits, unless they're racist too. I mean, if the biscuits are racist, then I guess we got to get rid of them, right? We need people to choose us, and we want people to choose us. A lot of people choose Cracker Barrel. I got to tell you, even here in Pennsylvania, Cracker Barrel is always busy. It's always busy. Like, you have to fight to get to the front desk to pay. Like, you have to fight to get there. It's even you go on like a Tuesday afternoon, it's still busy. So don't give me that. People were absolutely choosing Cracker Barrel there, Julie. Massino added that the recent on-site meeting with managers in Florida, the number one question I got asked was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? And how do I get on the list? Well, I mean, some people probably do want, Florida's more touristy. You've got people from all over, but like in the South, like in like, you know, Tennessee or Alabama or something, like this shit's not going to fly. I'm sorry. It's not. The buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team. The new campaign on Tuesday, dubbed All the More, which she said highlights how people feel about Cracker Barrel. Well, I think the stock is dropping. right? This is coming from Axios. Of course it's MAGA. MAGA erupts over Cracker Barrel logo change and stock plunges. It was decried as a woke gesture. The big picture, the response to the Cracker Barrel change expands the typical online right backlash, which has contributed to companies like Target and Walmart backtracking on some diversity initiatives. Is this logo more diverse and inclusive? It's just bland. The MAGA movement frequently rallies around companies for diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. It's also targeted and boycott. What does this have to do with the logo looking bland? They're making this an issue that's not the issue. The issue is the logo is bland. The redesigns are bland. The restaurant has character. It's losing that. It looks like every other restaurant out there now. I mean, they all look the same. Like I said, when everything's Starbucks, nothing is Starbucks. McDonald's looks like Starbucks. Our local McDonald's got a refurb a couple of years ago. It looks just like a Starbucks. It's very, very sterile. There's nothing here that's different from any other restaurant. DEI critics have interpreted the logo change as pro-DEI symbolic. What, because the old man's racist? I don't get it. They said the new Cracker Barrel logo jettisons an illustration of a mostly silhouetted man in overalls leaning on the barrel. The logo is mostly the same otherwise. The man in the Cracker Barrel's logo is the founder. Okay, so they got rid of the founder. The man in the, I didn't know that. The man in the logo is the founder, Dan Evans' uncle. Okay, it's his uncle. Okay, who appears in much of the restaurant's other branding and merchandise. What they're saying, Donald Trump Jr., because Donald Trump Jr. posted Wednesday, what the fuck is wrong with Cracker Barrel? Trump responded to another user who slammed the chain CEO, Julie Fells Messino, for the company's diversity, equity, inclusion commitments. New logo is so dead and lifeless. Democrats are thinking of running it for president in 2028. Let's remove everything charming and distinct from the logo and make it as generic and boring as we can. Yeah, okay, so because right-wing pundits jumped in on this, because it is like a Southern thing, right? Now all of a sudden it's the alt-right or whatever is trying to take out Cracker Barrel. It's like, no, it looks like ass. I mean, I didn't even know until I started recording this episode that there was backlash from the right. I thought everybody hated it. Everybody hates this. I haven't come across a single person yet who thinks that this is fantastic, that likes Cracker Barrel. I mean, if they've never been to one, you know, whatever, but it's supposed to look like a general store. It's supposed to look like the place you take grandma and grandpa. And now it just looks like a freaking, like an Eaton Park. Eaton Park's got more character. At least the cookies are smiling. Is that racist too? Are we going to get rid of that? Can't have smiling cookies. Jeez. No one asked for the woke rebrand. Said, oh, this is Byron Donalds from Florida, himself a former Cracker Barrel employee. Cracker Barrel said the new logo is in its fifth evolution as well as a callback to the original. Well, yeah, but people remember the guy in the barrel, right? Uncle Herschel remains front and center in our restaurants and on our menu, the company said. Yeah, whatever. Oh God, Robbie Starbuck got involved. They're screwed, man. They're screwed. You're about to learn that wokeness doesn't pay. So what's the stock like? Oh shoot, yeah, it dropped. Let's see here, year to date. When was it at its lowest? Was in April. Let's see here. Their stock's not really that great, but yeah, they went down April and now they're going down again. So it did drop. I mean, it's not catastrophic, but it's not great. Oh yeah, you can see the drop off right here. Yeah, Cracker Barrels. Yeah. Oh my God. Now, see, here's the thing. Like, did they panic and they started the rebrand talks like last, or earlier this year or something? Is that what's going on? Like, oh my God, guys, we gotta save Cracker Barrel. I know. Let's get rid of the Cracker Barrel from Cracker Barrel. it's like, geez. Just overall, their stock's been on a downward trajectory. This is not going to help them. Yikes, guys. Cracker Barrel's new logo sparks controversy and stock drop. So let's look at CNBC's got it. Okay, so Cracker Barrel shares plummet after pushback a new logo and brand refresh. They mentioned it's the alt-right or whatever that's trying to destroy it. It said plummeted 10% on Thursday because everybody thinks the logo is ass. They said in March that the refresh will still maintain the brand's rich history of country hospitality and authentic charm that has made the brand a beloved destination for generations of families. We believe in the goodness of country hospitality, said Chief Marketing Officer Sarah Moore. However, many social media users criticized the logo, and they're talking about Trump. And they said employees. Okay, this is Julie Massino. In June, she said they completed 20 remodels and 20 refreshes. Employees have given us great feedback about working in those newly remodeled and refreshed stores, and guests continue to tell them they're lighter, brighter, and more welcoming. Cracker Barrel is not the only stock to see large swings based on political social media. American Eagle, they're talking about Bud Light. Oh my God, they're comparing this to Bud Light now? Oh, they're cooked. They're fucked. I mean, they're so screwed. It's yeah, at this point, like, you need to have Cracker Barrel Classic. You've got new Cracker Barrel, and I think you should let people keep the store as is in certain parts of the country if they want to. And it can be called Cracker Barrel Classic. Just like, tracking down a McDonald's that still has the Playlands, like that's a thing. People do that. So people are going to look for the Cracker Barrels with the barrel and the cracker intact. I'm just sorry. They said it on Twitter. I can say it here, right? I'm a white guy. I can say that, right? Gonna wrap it up, guys. There we go. This is going to be an absolute disaster. God, it looks like a Perkins. Look at this. Look at the menu. It looks like Perkins. I'm sorry. It's not Cracker Barrel. That's just not. It's nah. Good luck with that. Gonna wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Attention, stupid humans. All orcs are evil, just like Gary Gygax and Professor Tolkien warned you. Series 1 of these orc enamel pins are on Kickstarter again for a very limited time. Pick your clan, join the Horde, and cause some mayhem. Go to badorks.com. That's badorks.com.